Hello, my name's Lisa French. I'm a hypnotherapist. I also work part-time in office in London. Today I'm going to talk about how to deal with situations at work, situations around change. That might be a merger, redundancies, restructures, all of those kind of things. These things have been part of our world and our life for many years. 2020, the coronavirus situation has created an unprecedented situation, and the financial impact on organisations and the economy is huge. So what that means is that there will be more people either already affected, currently going through these processes, or unfortunately going to be going through them in the future. So I thought it was quite timely to do a video around that. These things can be very stressful, can be very difficult, which is why I wanted to make this video with some top tips to perhaps make it a little bit easier for yourself, and ways of coping and things that might help, some ideas, some suggestions that you might want to try. Why is it so stressful? Why is it difficult? Lots and lots of reasons. We can feel out of control with these situations. Sometimes there's legal processes that are needed, so there might be terminology that we're not familiar with, timescales that need to be stuck to in terms of legal processes. That can lead to people needing to wait for information, which whilst we're waiting for information, our thoughts and our minds can immediately be jumping ahead, imagining the worst case scenario, which just generates more and more stress for us. It can be very, very overwhelming. It really can. So that was why, as I say, really I thought it would be useful to talk about some things that might help. And I think that the key thing to say is, yes, it's not going to be easy. It really isn't. But the good news is that there are things that we can do to help ourselves get through these difficult times. And the difficulty is primarily due to the fact of the thoughts that are generated in our minds. Thoughts that are very worrying, disturbing, and this can happen more often when there's not the information, or the kind of what if type things that happen. So to be able to be aware that we're having a thought, even just that in itself, to think and to notice I'm having a thought about the future, can be a tip in itself, just to create a bit of distance and think, actually it's a thought, it's not the reality, it is a thought. And learning ways to deal with that, there's other things that can also help. So that's what we're looking at primarily in today's video, at dealing with these thoughts. And in terms of ways of managing that, there's been a lot of talk recently, hasn't there, about mindfulness, relaxation. I talk a lot about hypnosis, self-hypnosis, and those kind of practices can be very helpful for enabling us to live in the moment, deal with what we need to deal with at the moment. Comes with practice. It gets easier the more you do that. If you're completely new to mindfulness, can start at any time, and the benefits can begin quite quickly. There's various different apps out there, the Headspace app, the Calm app. I've got visualization, progressive relaxation, hypnotic recordings on my channel. There's a lot out there, so that's something that is worth exploring if you're new to that. If it's something you've done in the past and found beneficial, I'd encourage you to continue with that during this time, because that can really help. The next tip is about support for yourself. Don't be afraid to ask for support. as I said at the start, these things can be very difficult. So ask for support if it's family, friends. Talk, let it out, give yourself the opportunity to express how you're feeling. More difficult during this time, we're still in semi-lockdown, but phone, text, email, video call, there's still lots of different ways that we can connect with people. And depending on your circumstances and when you're watching this video, increasingly some of the lockdown things are being relaxed. So there's more opportunity gradually to talk with people. Many organisations have an employee assistance programme, which can be a helpline, can offer counselling and things like that. So that's worth finding out about if that's something that would be helpful for you. There's a lot about talk about routines. Sounds all a little bit like ooh. But it is so helpful for our bodies to have a routine. Sleeping, eating, exercising, moving at regular times really can be very helpful. What I would say is we also need to be kind to ourselves as well. It might be during times of stress that we perhaps need a duvet day from time to time where we do just relax. And also what I think can be helpful is if you are going to allow yourself to do that, to then get back on track as soon as you can, because our bodies do really function well when we are mindful or taking note of those. That's not a good word, is it? When we are prioritising our sleep routine, our eating routine and things like that. So it is an important one. It's one most of you would have heard quite a lot and are aware of, but I wanted to mention it. The other thing to remember is that many of us have been through challenges in our lives in the past, and we've got through those. As a result of that, we've developed our own strategies for coping, and we've become stronger and more resilient. So it's worthwhile reminding yourself that you have coped in the past and that you will cope this time as well. If you haven't been through anything challenging before, and this is all quite new to you, you will learn and you will become a stronger person as a result of it. You may not thank me for telling you this right now if you're in the middle of a very difficult situation, but that is the reality, and you will be able to support others and help others in a more effective way from having had a challenging experience yourself. So that is, unfortunately, it's part of life that we do have our ups and downs and things that are challenging and difficult for us. The other thing which I think is really important is to remember to include some fun things, some things that you enjoy, some creative things, whatever that is. We're all different. Are you a singer? Do you play a musical instrument? Would you like to play one? Is now a good time to start learning? Lots of things on YouTube, lots of things online. If you're a crocheter like me, it's an opportunity to do more of that, and just to get all the benefits from doing creative activities and things that we enjoy. I think that's important. The other thing which is really important, and sometimes people aren't necessarily aware of, is that we can end up in a situation where we are spending a lot more time thinking about and talking about something that we're finding difficult and the problem itself. And actually, getting more of a balance and spending some time thinking about the solution, that can be a really helpful thing to do. And it might be that during these processes, there's the legal timings, the delays, the information that you want isn't always available. It may be that those answers aren't even known, but when you are at a point where you know what the new chapter of your life is going to be like, and you have got those answers that perhaps you've been waiting for around restructures and redundancies, then when you're ready, you can then start to spend some time thinking about the future, thinking about the solutions, thinking about how you would like your life to move forward. and doing that rather than dwelling too much on things that have been said that were difficult and rerunning it over and over in your mind, which can happen. I've done it. I think most people watching this video will relate to that and know that they have. And we do need to do a little bit of that to process what's happened to us. But there does become a point where solution focused thinking is very beneficial and can really help us. And even if you just spend half an hour doing that a day to start with, you can build up that. And just to have that awareness of actually, is this helpful, this thinking about X, Y, or Z? What do I need right now? Where would I like my focus to be? Because where you focus is your reality, really. So focusing on the future at the time that is right for you is a good thing. So I hope that helps. I'm just having a quick look at my little list here to see if there's anything else which I was going to say to you. I don't think there is, other than my heart goes out to you if you are going through difficult circumstances at the moment, whether it's work things or whether it's other things amongst this whole coronavirus situation. The impact, the scale of loss is huge. So I think we all just need to be kind to ourselves, kind to each other, do the things that we can do and accept the things that we can't change as we're going through them and deal with them the best way that we can. So I hope there's been some tips in there that's been helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you found it helpful, do click the thumbs up. And if you are someone that's starting a new chapter of your life, let me know the best thing about the new chapter of your life that will be interesting and helpful for me to know, and also encouraging for others to know that as well. So thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.